Okay, welcome to round 3. We're on the draw. This hand is perfect. It's just the standard black-green rock draw, so we don't want to mulligan that. Alright, another white drafter. Oh, favourite top flight. Okay. Well, I got something to say about favourite top flight, and it's Freak is chosen. Your turn. So, if my opponent attacks, I feel like I don't block, because I'm only going to take 1 damage. They have to hold their trick up if they want to actually do anything. Oh, or they can give me 4 life. I am happy with this. That's fine. Hopefully we can draw... I was going to say hopefully we can draw a 2-drop, but that's fine. If he bestows here or puts an ordeal on, then I would happily Nightmarish End for super value, but as it stands it looks like you kept a 2-lander? Did you keep a 2-lander? Ooh, well that's excellent. I'm just going to Nightmarish End the Favour Toplight because that's more scary. It means I take an additional point of damage, but I've still got a 2 damage buffer from the last breath, and this Lucrucota will block just as well. Especially with my opponent stuck on 2 land. That's rather good for me. Yeah, 2 land, only a 1 turn to play, and only a last breath. I'm not entirely sure that should have been a keep for my opponent. Only 1 turn to play, a last breath which doesn't do a whole lot against a lot of decks, and a Favour Toplight with no enablers. Yeah, I'm happy blocking here, especially since I just drew, hopefully, what will this time be a cantrip. I'm happy blocking. I'm far enough ahead that I feel like if you weren't going to attack, if you weren't going to block, you should definitely have attacked. Because you want to draw cards, right? You need to get out of that hole you're in. Alright, well, this time, 2 cards. Let's see one. What? Yes! Alright, Nessian Corsa, get there. That's excellent. Okay. So... There's definitely no attack now. Like last turn, I could have seen the attack to the attack to see if I will trade, but leaving it back to block and then not blocking implies that you didn't want to draw the card. But now I will just take the 2 damage. So we've got 7 lands for Lucrucota, so we shouldn't trade that off. We should avoid attacking with it if we think we're in danger of it getting removed in some fashion. A 2/3, that is fine. So that's 4 power, so I can just safely swing with Nessian Game Warden. In fact, what I can do is force the block. Yeah, I think I'm just going to force the block. This uses my mana effectively. If they've got a trick, that's still fine. I think I get a 2-for-1 out of it. I'm going to force the block and put more damage on this one, so it will force this to be blocked. For 1 mana, they can't kill the Lucrucota, so I think I can swing with both. Yeah, I like that. I like swinging with both here. Likely the Sun Guide goes under the bus here. Yeah, you have to block. Yeah. I do like seeing the illegal blocking things come up because it does imply that the opponent doesn't really pay attention, to put it mildly. At this point, I feel like I'm so far ahead on board that allowing my opponent to draw a card is fine. They cycled their aura and then cycled their creature. It doesn't necessarily leave them a card up. It gets them out of the hole they were digging themselves, but I'm happy with that. Ooh my, that is a thing. So if we draw a enchantment here, that's an enchantment. Hello. So enchantment enters play. Force this to be sacrificed. Oh my, and it's a creature? What? Oh my word. That's just all the value. Oh, now my creatures have trample. Um, I don't want to attack with the Golden Hydox because I just want this Nylea to remain a creature. I'm feeling pretty far ahead right now. So, yeah, wanted to draw an enchantment, drew the best card in our deck. Our board state is huge. We have three gigantic creatures. Wave Crash Triton. Yeah, I'm happy with you playing a Wave Crash Triton. Ugh, really? You're playing that card? What is this? Where did all this come from? Alright, so I'm just swinging with everything here. And I can make pumps. I should have played land before combat because then I could double pump, but this is fine. I can make the appropriate pumps regardless of what happens. This situation seems really good for me. Right, so that blocks the 5/4, that blocks the 5/4, that blocks the 5/4, and that blocks the Nylea. So I'll kill the Nautilus and put this second. Pumping this does nothing, so actually what I want to do is make the Lucrocota bigger, because this is currently killing two things. Yeah, that's fine. Just make this huge. Yeah, so I should have played the land before combat, because that would have been far preferable. But my opponent is just so far behind. I'm not sure how they get out of this hole. Because I can now play the Corsair that my opponent knows I have, but it's not going to help them a whole lot. If that gets tapped down, because I get to attack with an indestructible 6/6 again. Yeah, so just play this, make Layer into a creature. I'll attack with both. Ooh, nullify. Well, unfortunately for you, I have another one. Yeah. We're done here, huh? So in theory, their deck is aggressive. I feel like they probably have fewer enablers, given that the red-white deck seem to have all of them. But we do want to take out the Karametra's Acolyte again. We want to put in... we didn't see any X ones. We saw the 1/1 unblockable, but I'm not sure we care about that card. So I think I'll just bring in the Returned Phalanx, and the Snake can come in instead of the Golden Hydox. Although the Golden Hydox was good there, it did kill the... Yeah, he's running... our opponent is running Nautilus, and this is like a cheesy way of getting the Nautilus. So I'm happy doing that. For that reason, I actually want to bring in Eye Gouge. I don't think my deck can really deal with a 4/4 otherwise. Oh, I can pump it. Yeah, I think that seems good enough. We'll bring that in. Let's cut the Returned Reveler. Oh, no, we don't want to cut her early game. Let's cut the Humbler this time, and let's cut again the Nessian Game Warden. This hand is okay. If it draws a forest, it's excellent. If it doesn't, if it just continues drawing swamps, then we do at least have some early game. So I'll keep this, but it's certainly not the best opener. Alright, so we can cast Nightmarish End on time. Yep, that is a 2/2. Forest? that is unfortunately not a forest. It requires green to cast instead. Alright, so we'll take 2 here. We are representing our Farika's Cure, that we do have in the deck, but we don't currently have in hand. He's not doing anything else. So we now drew the forest. I think it's worth playing this because we just want to hit our land drops. We want to hit a second forest. There we go, perfect. Oh, Nyx Weaver in the bin again, so rude. We can 1.5 for 1 ourselves by eye gouging, seeing if he's got a trick that he has to waste on this Wayfinder, but I prefer keeping this for the Nautilus that he's likely going to have in hand by this point. And I'm happy just taking 2, that's fine. We're going to play as Snake of the Golden Grove eventually. Chorus of the Tides. That is something I can Nightmarish End perfectly happily. Let's just do that now. And I think just keep the Font of Fertility in hand. It's going to be good with this Golden Hydox, and I want to maintain Eye Gouge. I'm not blocking, so I'll just attack. Alright. Is this Nautilus? I would love for it to be Nautilus. Oh, it's not Nautilus, it's a different one. Damn! That's a real shame. But we've got Unravel the Ether, so it's just as good. We are taking 4 here, but we either get a 7/7. We likely get the life here, because we're not low enough that our opponent wants to not give us the life. Again, he may have a removal spell. Yep, gain 4. And again, I don't think I'm blocking, so I will just attack. This whip next turn is going to be so good. Even if he now casts Nautilus, it's still great. Because we get to go whip, kill your Nautilus guy, attack, gain 4 life. Well, his fate has been foretold, and his fate is that eventually he's going to die and draw his controller a card. Yes, now I get to play whip and hold up both tricks, which is even better. Can you deal with a Whip of Erebos? You can deal with a Whip of Erebos. Well, it's odd that he shouldn't have done that before combat, because now I just don't attack. That was not good. If he'd waited until I attacked, then he could have attacked back for 4. But in this situation, I just don't attack. Yeah, I don't like that play from my opponent. I am now out of ways to get this back, short of playing Font of Return, Font of Returning for Nyx Weaver, getting that back, and then, yeah. Alright, we'll just sit here then. That is fine by me. I'm just going to play Font of Fertility here, get some lands out of my deck. My opponent is running out of things to do, which is nice. Alright, so that's coming in. I will No, I don't think double blocking is correct. If he's got a trick, it's not going to give him enough, so I can't risk him getting more value off this, so I'm just going to do this now. Unravel your Nyxborn Triton. Great. Awesome. I could double block and force him to have a trick, but I don't want to lose my snake. That's more valuable to me. Alright, let's just sack this now, go get a swamp. And now I feel I can attack. Force this to be blocked. This eye gouge is going to be pretty good. Oh, even remembered to block. Okay. Sweet, so we just get a creature for free. Golden Hydox is fine. It's not an exciting 6-drop, but it will occasionally just net you a creature. Right, now my opponent seems to be flooding out, which is bad for him and good for me. I'm going to hold this Spiteful Blow because I don't need it. I can just attack for 9 here. Yeah, because if he plays anything I care about, I can spitefully blow it. Observant Ulseid. That's pretty good. So I'll take 3. Then spitefully blow the Triton. It's fine, I'm not doing anything here. Just, I'm going to remove auto yields though. Sure. I can take 3, that's fine. That was quite a good draw as well. Can't cast them both, but I think I'm actually just fine casting this. I have a lot of... like, either of these is a good block now. Oh, he had an Nullify. That's quite bad for me. Okay. Alright. Yep. No attack. Cool. Right. I think now I just spitefully blow and chop up one of these planes. Then I can attack with these. Alright, so I have a massive board state. My opponent's running very low. Any enchantment allows me to trade this with something of his. Freaker's Cure is also very good. I'm just going to fire that off now. Yeah. Okay, cool. This deck was fun. Certainly, if I'd managed to not stumble on mana against the aggressive opponent, we could have won that match. So first picking Nyxweaver definitely worked out. This card is really good. We had a lot of ways of abusing it, and they're so easy to pick up as well. Satyr Wayfinders you can get late in a draft. Does this not move anymore? The snake did some good work. The Nessian Game Warden didn't do as much because we didn't have enough creatures, because we needed more enablers and some removal, so it wasn't at the 70-odd% range to hit a creature, but it was still a fine card. It filtered at... When that happens, when you miss, you're filtering through cards that you don't want to draw. I remember one of these filters was a 2 lands and a Font of Fertility. The 3 lands just go straight to the bottom, and that's still good. You've still scryed 3 and put 3 irrelevant cards onto the bottom of your deck. So fairly happy with that, how that went. It's a shame we didn't win, but yeah, 2 packs is fine, and see you for the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.